It's not within the confines of marriage.
I don't.
I have seen enough, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen enough. Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning, like I said.
When I met Charlie, the only reason I sat down with him because I thought it was a consulting position for work. I did not date in Manhattan.
Erika Kirk is getting dragged online right now because Candace Owens just put her on blast, accusing her of basically paying her ex to propose to her. And now the internet has stamped her with a new nickname, Sugar Mama, and it's spreading fast. What makes it hit harder is the fact that she's reportedly been sitting on serious money since Charlie passed away. And if you've followed Erika for a while, you already know this isn't the first time old stories have circled back around and shook her image. Over the years, Erika has had more than a few relationships, and keeping track of them feels like a full-time job. The wild part? She's publicly tried to water that down, even suggesting she never really dated before meeting Charlie. That version of events is now getting side-eyed heavy.
Now, for many Charlie supporters, the issue isn't that people change. The issue is whether the transformation reflects genuine growth or a calculated repositioning to fit a new audience and a new power structure. Oh, yeah.
Because with Candace stepping in and tearing open this paid proposal rumor, that polished love story is starting to crack. And it doesn't stop there. Candace even dropped a trailer for her upcoming Erika Kirk movie, and people are already saying it's about to reveal way more than anyone expected. With this proposal drama surfacing, folks aren't just questioning one moment, they're questioning the entire timeline. Every interview, every speech, every perfect detail is now under a microscope. And then that amazing race audition tape resurfaced with her ex, JT Massey. And suddenly, the spotlight got 10 times brighter. In that clip, there's a moment many overlooked. Erika confidently says sex sells, like she fully understands how image works and how attention moves. Then right after that, JT cuts in talking about waiting until marriage. That contrast? People are replaying it again and again, asking what was real and what was strategy. The contrast between them and that audition clip wasn't just awkward, it was glaring.
It's not within the confines of marriage.
I don't. We need.
What? We're checking the light? Oh, okay.
And it felt like they were operating on two completely different frequencies. Erika came off sharp, media-aware, already thinking 3 steps ahead about image and positioning. Meanwhile, he sounded traditional, focused on values and waiting until marriage. When she confidently said sex sells, it didn't sound accidental. It sounded calculated. And when he jumped in about morals, it felt like he was trying to pull the tone in a totally different direction. Watching it back now, our people are saying that moment speaks volumes. At the time, most viewers probably brushed it off as normal couple banter. But in today's context, it hits different. Now it looks like a glimpse into how Erika thinks. Strategic, brand-focused, aware of how attention works and how narratives are shaped. That's why the clip is spreading again. People aren't just watching it for nostalgia. They're dissecting it frame by frame. And with that resurfacing came the old rumors again. And the long-running whispers that Erika may have been married before Charlie. Nothing concrete ever hit the public record in a clear way, but the chatter never fully disappeared.
It's really strange that someone with 8 million followers that had his body transported on Air Force 2 just doesn't have a family.
One resurfaced comment asked, wasn't she married to a guy and then divorced him before getting banned from Romania? Another person wrote, I'm sorry, but how could he not know of her past? Those quotes are circulating hard right now, fueling more speculation. The bigger question people keep landing on is this. Was there an entire chapter of Erika's life that Charlie either didn't know about or didn't want to confront? That's what's making this feel layered. Because while a lot has already been said about her past publicly, what's really intensifying the conversation is what happened after Charlie passed. She didn't retreat from public life. She didn't go silent for months. Instead, she stepped directly into leadership, almost immediately.
These contain their annual financial statements. When you look at the forms, there are some very strange anomalies. Several of the 990 forms are missing.
She took over as CEO of Turning Point USA. That kind of shift, that fast, caught attention. On top of that, reports say she inherited millions from Charlie's life insurance. Financial stability plus a power transition, all happening quickly, made people start connecting dots. Instead of fading from the spotlight to process privately, Erika was suddenly everywhere. Interviews, speeches, press runs, public appearances. It wasn't subtle. The energy shifted overnight, and observers noticed the speed more than anything else. That rapid transition, from spouse to executive figure, is what has people questioning timing, optics, and the full story behind the scenes. It didn't look like someone drowning in grief. It looked like someone stepping into a brand new chapter. Fast. That's why people started whispering that maybe the money wasn't just sitting quietly in an account. Maybe it was being used to build something, a new image, a stronger platform.
Erika's infamous for quotes like the highest role of a woman is to be a wife and a mother, but these are not values that she herself lives by. At 18 years old, Erika Kirk started
On a full-on comeback. And once that idea hit social media, it spread quick. Some observers say the shift felt polished, almost rehearsed. New positioning, bigger presence, strategic visibility. Instead of shrinking back, Erika seemed to expand her footprint. And when large sums of money are reportedly involved, people naturally start asking questions about where it's going and what it's funding. It might also explain why things between her and Charlie's parents are rumored to be tense. And reports say they don't even speak right now. That caught attention because usually a loss like that brings families closer. Shared grief often builds unity, but in this case, it allegedly created distance. And that distance has people speculating about what's happening behind closed doors.
Erika Kirk and TPUSA are using Charlie Kirk's death to make hundreds of thousands, millions at this point.
Then there's the question about the kids. People online have been quietly asking when she spends time with them, since she appears to be traveling often for events and media appearances. One user even wrote, "She is evil. People need to stop giving them money. Stop." That comment went viral in certain circles, adding more heat to an already tense narrative. And then Candace Owens stepped in and turned the temperature up even higher. On February 23, 2026, Candace released the trailer for her investigative series titled Bride of Kirk. The preview did not hold back. It referenced long-standing rumors connected to Romania. It questioned the timeline of Erika's rise after Charlie's passing. And it framed events in a way that suggested intention rather than coincidence. Candace also stated publicly that she has strong confidence Charlie was betrayed by people inside Turning Point USA. That statement alone sparked a new wave of debate, because now some viewers believe Candace isn't speaking casually. They believe she's hinting at inside knowledge. With stories about Erika's past relationships resurfacing, some online voices are even speculating whether financial resources may have extended beyond what people initially assumed.
My aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper.
These are claims circulating online, not proven facts, but they're gaining traction. There's also talk circulating that financial authorities may be reviewing certain records connected to Erika and Turning Point USA. No official findings have been confirmed publicly. But the fact that people are even discussing audits and investigations shows how intense this conversation has become. Right now, everything feels like it's stacking up at once. Past rumors, money questions, leadership shifts, family tension. And the internet is watching every move. When talk started spreading that some tax-exempt organizations allegedly connected to her were under investigation, the tone of this whole situation shifted fast.
No one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in Judy.
What used to sound like online gossip suddenly felt heavier. Once words like investigation and financial review enter the chat, people stop treating it like drama and start treating it like something serious. Then people began revisiting something else. Before Charlie passed, he reportedly wanted Turning Point USA to go through a full Doge-style audit. Not a routine review, but a deep financial check. And now that detail is being replayed over and over. But some are asking, did he sense something wasn't adding up? Did he feel like certain numbers needed closer inspection? No official proof says that's why he wanted it, but the timing now looks suspicious to critics. And when hindsight kicks in, everything starts looking like a clue. But the part that still sticks with people the most is that leaked audio clip that surfaced shortly after his memorial. In that recording, Erika can allegedly be heard laughing while discussing the memorial. At one point, she reportedly referred to it as the event of the century.
All that money sitting there just going straight to their kids. She can't touch a dime. She even tried to contest the will, saying that they're my kids.
That phrase alone triggered a storm online. For many listeners, it didn't sound emotional. It didn't sound raw. It sounded like someone describing a major public spectacle. Critics say it felt detached, almost like she was focused on the scale of the moment rather than the personal loss behind it. Now, it's important to note that context matters with leaked audio. Tone can be misread, our clips can be edited, but the damage was already done. Once people heard it, opinions formed fast. And that's when the sugar mama narrative gained even more momentum. The idea that she was financially empowered, stepping into leadership, and allegedly speaking casually about the memorial all blended into one big storyline online. Fair or not, perception started driving the conversation. Then pregnancy rumors entered the mix. Even before the current wave of controversy, whispers were circulating that Erika might be expecting her third child. That caught many off guard, especially since she had publicly spoken about praying for another child after Charlie's passing.
And I was praying to God that I was pregnant when he got married.
Oh, wow. I thought of that once.
For some supporters, that sounded hopeful. For critics, the timing raised eyebrows. Now you've got financial speculation, audit talk, leaked audio controversy, leadership shifts, family tension, and pregnancy rumors all happening at once. The narrative isn't just one issue anymore. It's layered. And when multiple storylines collide like this, the public doesn't slow down. They zoom in even harder, analyzing every detail like it's part of a bigger puzzle. And you already know the internet did not stay quiet about any of this. The moment new rumors started stacking up, people pulled J.D. Vance back into the conversation, mainly because of that hug on stage. You remember the clip, the one that had everyone replaying it frame by frame. At the time, some brushed it off as friendly. But others weren't so convinced. They kept asking if there was more behind it than just a quick embrace in front of cameras. Now, with everything else resurfacing, some critics aren't even focused on J.D. anymore. They're looking backward instead of sideways. They're asking whether one of Erika's exes may have still been around in some capacity this whole time. That question alone has sparked wild speculation online, and then it gets even deeper. There are claims floating around that before Charlie passed, he had started to grow suspicious about certain things. None of this has been officially confirmed, but the chatter is loud. Some online voices even claim he removed Erika from his will toward the end. Others say he may have hired a private investigator to look into what was happening behind the scenes and who she was still connected to. If any of that were true, it would completely reshape how people view the final chapter of their marriage. And then there's the Tyler Robinson situation. A lot of viewers still remember how quickly she publicly forgave him. It happened before the trial even began. She didn't wait for proceedings. She didn't pause for public reaction. She forgave him openly while many were still trying to understand the full context. That move surprised people. But now, suddenly, she's reportedly pushing for a speedy trial. That shift in approach has raised eyebrows. Critics say the timing feels strategic. Supporters say circumstances change and legal decisions evolve. Either way, the contrast is being discussed heavily. It feels like the pressure surrounding her lately has forced a change in how she moves publicly. All the rumors, all the scrutiny, all the eyes watching every step. It's clear the spotlight is brighter than ever. And that's why the sugar mama narrative didn't just appear out of nowhere. It grew from patterns people believe they've been noticing for years. Fair or unfair, once a storyline gains momentum online, it doesn't slow down, it amplifies. Now, with Candace Owens openly accusing Erika of paying her ex to propose, those suspicions aren't just whispers anymore. They're being said loudly on platforms with millions of viewers, and that's what makes this moment different. The conversation has moved from comment sections to full-scale public debate. But what do you think? Is this all coincidence stacked on coincidence? Or is there more happening behind the curtain than we're being told? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your take. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who's been following this story. And don't miss the next upload, because this situation is still unfolding and we'll be right here covering every update. See you in the next video.